Alright, we have successfully made our way through Resident Evil 4, through trials and tribulations. 6 long, arduous streams, ending up at a total playtime of 36.8 hours. I don't know, it's games like this are a bit hard to like give thoughts on, I feel like, because I mean, I feel like the game has like two sets of merits. It has like the gameplay, and then it has the horror. I think if you're someone that likes horror games, then I mean the problem is that some people say this is an horror, right? Even people in chat will say that. So, I think from a horror perspective, it's definitely like mild horror, which I can play it, right? But it's got some pretty intense horror moments. It's not like this is like a baby's first horror game or whatever, right? It's not a game you can give to someone that doesn't necessarily like horror games, but you kind of want to give them, you know, they kind of want to try some horror stuff. But from a gameplay perspective, at least, I think that the game is like really, it's super well thought out. It has a lot of variations to it. It has a lot of replayability. It has a lot of interesting mechanics that keep the game fresh. A good amount of enemy variety, good amount of like encounter diversity. So from that perspective, I think it's like a really strong package, even if you just ignore the horror aspect for a moment. The fact that you have so many guns and so many ways to upgrade them, and then you can like replay the game with the same guns, but also as you're replaying, you unlock new guns. And the guns fit like a variety of playstyles. You have all of these like additional activities you can do to get money. You can just upgrade your guns, you just upgrade your case, or to purchase resources or whatever it is you're looking for. Is overall creates like a pretty satisfying like a min-maxing experience, I feel like. I wasn't too frustrated trying to min-max the game. The only thing I would say is that like those charms should just be like a passive thing. There shouldn't be something you have to re-equip and unequip. It should just be either you get them and they work passively, or it should be like they should do other things. So it's not like you feel like you have to re-equip them between like having to re-equip them between encounters would be cool, right? Like if you're like, oh, I'm gonna go fight a boss now probably, so I'm gonna get the one that makes my shotgun do more damage. That would be fine. But when it's like, oh, I'm gonna repair my stuff, so I gotta equip the stuff that makes repairing my stuff cheaper. I don't really like that necessarily, and obviously you don't have to do that, because obviously I ended the game with like both on Ada and on Leon with like 200,000 gold extra. So obviously min-maxing is completely optional in the game, but you know, if I get the option to min-max, I'm always going to min-max, right? Like that's just how I'm built. But yeah, I think the gameplay mechanics are like supreme in these, and would be awesome if they, you know, did games in this gist in other genres. Like I would definitely play that. A multiplayer game like this too would be super cool with the same mechanics, even if it's a horror game, even if it's Resident Evil 4.5 or 5 or whatever, where they do the same mechanics but they have multiplayer in it. Would love to play that, of course. I think obviously performances are good in the game. Obviously the music is great. The graphics are fine. I think the only thing that I don't really like about the game, you know, aside from it being a horror game, it's like I feel like the story is it's like nonsensical to a level where it like kind of takes me out of it a little bit. I don't know if there's like it's been a while since I've watched Resident Evil 2 or 3 remake. I don't know if I'd have the same problem with those, but it like and this is like a Resident Evil 4 problem. It's not like it's a remake problem, right? But there's just a lot about, you know, we talked about banishers and their wagons, right? There's just a lot about the game where we're just kind of like, and this is very stereotypical Resident Evil. It's just been a while since I played a Resident Evil game. There's a lot about the game where it's like, this doesn't make any sense. Like nothing happening right now makes any conceivable sense, and everything going on is so contrived. And usually I don't care, but it kind of took me out of the moment a lot of the times, right? Like from like a scenery perspective, or like an aesthetic perspective, like it kind of switches between this small Spanish rural, almost medieval level village into like super high-tech sci-fi from moment to moment, which feels a little bit weird. I wouldn't mind if it was just like a, you know, if you do like a huge like medieval village, and then like there's a umbrella lab beneath it, right? But it's kind of like switching between them, like, oh, so now we're in the castle, and oh, now suddenly we're in like a giant industrial area for some reason. Like, I don't even know what that industrial area is supposed to be about. I don't even know what that's required for, or what the idea for that industrial area is, right? Because it's not like, well, they need laboratories, but they don't need industrial stuff to make the creatures they're making. So, and it's also a bit of like even the rural like medieval stuff is a bit strange, right? Like the clock tower, I commented when we get to the clock tower, it's like the clock tower is just facing nothing. It's just a giant clock that you can't see from anywhere. So it's like, what's the point of this? You know, obviously a bit nitpicky about that, and also like all the moments where the bad guys just let you live, just to let you live. Don't like that. I think that's pretty lame. It's like there weren't any like clear insinuations that they're letting you live for any other reason, so they're kind of just letting you live just to let you live. And there were a lot of moments where just like someone just shows up and they can't show up, like that. It's like that Sadler moment at the end where you walk up towards an altar, there's nothing to the right, and there's like a door to the left, and Sadler comes walking out from the right in the cutscene. It's like, where was he standing? Was he like invisible or something? I don't know. It's just some stuff like that that just kind of irks me a little bit, I guess. But I mean, that's not necessarily why you're playing a Resident Evil game to begin with, so probably not a big deal. But yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at. I don't have a lot to say about the game. Like I said, it's overall a good package. Probably would be my go-to to recommend when it comes to Resident Evil games. It feels like it has like all the stuff you want in a Resident Evil game. Has some interesting bosses, has a lot of scary stuff, has interesting weapons. Characters are good. The story is a little bit whatever, but that's whatever. Didn't oversay it's welcome, so I'll scare us from 1 to 10. I would say the you know, if on the scale from 1 to 10, we're like, let's say it's a realistic scale. So like a 1 is it's not scary at all. A 5 is it's like it's an intense experience but not overbearing, and a 10 is like unplayably scary, right? For me, I would say the game kept a consistent 5 throughout, and often went up to like a 7, max 9. I would probably say. I would say throughout the game, for the most part, I would say the lowest I reached was like a 3, but it was like a consistent 5. And I would say that like some of the stuff reached like a 9 for me. Where a 10 is like shut off the game. It's like the baby reveal in Resident Evil 8, right, where I just like I pause the game and I leave. That's like a 10 for me, right? So I would say I got close to that a couple of times. I would say like some stuff was like a 9 for like this long. Like it was like a 9 into like a 7. For some of the scares and some of the tense moments, but I would say like an average of a 5. I would say like peak 9, but it was like 9 for like 1.5 seconds, right? And then even that like a 7-ish, I would say. All right, this is probably on the list, right? Resident Evil 4 remake, nice. All right, so another thing, flawless fast pace. Everyone should play this on a 10. 9, everyone should play. Flawless fast pace. 9, everyone should play this. 8, good experience worth playing. 7, good, play if it sounds fun. 6, alright, play if you like the genre. 5, average. 4, still a functioning game. 3, barely worth playing. 2, everyone should avoid this. 1, no redeemable qualities. It was trying to redeem the sushi sound, but yes, that's a good 9 moment. That's not the game though, unfortunately. But yes, that's a good 9 moment. Any moment where I go, that's for me. That's like anytime I have like a physical reaction, that's a 9 for me, or a 10. Anyway. Oh. Come on. I think from a just from a gameplay perspective, I feel like Resident Evil is definitely in the 8s. Resident Evil 4. And from our perspective, I would say the same thing. The only reason I'm like roughly thinking about putting it in the 7s is just because I genuinely feel like the story kind of detracts from the game a little bit. I don't feel like the story is like particularly interesting. I don't feel like it has interesting twists, and I feel like a lot of stuff that happens feels very nonsensical, which is the only reason I would consider pushing it down a little peg. But I feel like if I did that, Resident Evil people would like rebel and start hating me and throw eggs at me. So. Would I say great experience worth playing? Capcom and Sega, Jason, true. I don't think the others will have all these same problems though. Just like it just felt a little bit like lackluster, and it felt a little bit like it was taking me out of the game too much, which I didn't enjoy. Like when I'm playing a horror game, I like having cool and interesting twists, and I also like having like cool, you know, scary moments. But it felt like a lot of times stuff happened. I was just like, oh really? Okay. He's just gonna go. He's just gonna walk away from me. Okay, sure. Oh, he's just gonna stop. He's just gonna come out of nowhere. I don't know. I feel like a 7.9 is pretty fair for this. That's probably where I would put it. I think it's like the Resident Evil game I would recommend people play. I think it's scary enough for it. But you know, would I go out of the way to tell people to play this? Probably not. I feel like if the story was more interesting, I probably would. So, I think a 7.9 is a pretty fair score. Open critic. I think it's got like a 9 or something. An 8.5? Yeah, 9.2. And we played this for... Hey, this is not updated. $33.5 hours. Wait, it was way lower in Village, huh? That's interesting. It should be smaller. I don't know why it's... We don't need to see that it says end time. I'm back, Twin. What's up? Streamed, yep. Played, yep. Yeah, I think that's pretty... Oh, we need to add it to this thing, too. Got a Switch Lite with a full year. Oh! Congratulations. What are you gonna play? Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 4 HD, Resident Evil 4 VR, Resident Evil 4 V Edition, Resident Evil 4 Premium Edition, Otome Edition, Mobile Edition, Separate Ways, Collector's Edition, Ultimate HD Edition, GameStop Special Edition. Jesus Christ. The remake isn't even here. I think it's one of the top ones though. Like all I got was this Adidas hoodie. I have a lot of choices between retro games. Nice. Well, the best thing I got was that picture, this picture of Alpha. Look at that. That's the best thing I got for Christmas. That's a nice picture, yeah. I was kind of sad because I went through my picture areas, I didn't have any good pictures of it because I kind of wanted to have a framed picture, and then my sister had a really good picture of her, so. Oh. It's reflecting the screen. Oh no. It will make sense. It's a Staffordshire Bull Terrier. Doggy treat. I do have Google this. This guy's getting food in a second too, by the way. Google this. Google this. Alright everyone, that concludes our playthrough of Resident Evil 4. I had a overall decent time with it, even though it was very scary. I will not return to it. I wish I didn't play it, but here we are. That's how life is sometimes. The plan originally was to do our end of the air show this Sunday, but I think I want to finish Dead Space before I do that. So, because I feel like that's just going to be absolutely miserable, so I don't want to take a break from it. I just want to be done with it. So I think the plan is going to be, we start Dead Space on Saturday at regular time, 12:00 no time, 12 p.m. GMT plus 1. Get your local time zones. And when we're done with that, we will I'll probably schedule the end of the air show for the next weekend. So that would be, every time I close this game, it doesn't close. Sorry if my computer crashes, by the way. Oh, it closed. Nice. So that will be, let's see, we'll probably do the end of the year show like the 3rd or the 4th of January. That's probably going to be the plan. When we do the end of the year thing, what we do is we go through all the clips from this year. We go through all the games we played, rated them, ranked them, think about them, and then we look at the games we're going to play this year. Like next year, we look through the games on the list, we look through games that are coming up, and then we kind of try to plan a little bit and see what might be interesting to do. So that's going to be next Saturday/Sunday. This Saturday and Sunday, probably Dead Space. Probably won't be finishing that in 2 streams, maybe if I'm lucky, but likely be a 3-stream thing. Once we're done with Dead Space, we are going to jump into some other games. I have 2-3 games that I want to play, and then we're going to spin the wheel some, and then we're probably going to play some more short games, and then we're going to jump into another long game. So, which has not been decided unless Deb wants me to play Yakuza. Yo, what's up, Jin? Merry Christmas to you as well. Hope you have had a merry, great freaking time. I'm gonna go see if anyone is streaming right now. You two? No, you two. That's it for me. I'm gonna head out. Love you all. Appreciate you all. Hope everyone had a fantastic Christmas time. I'll be back regular time on Saturday at 12:00 Norway time, 12 p.m. GMT plus 1. Schedule, local time zone, quarter at the end. Yeah. Please go check out Deb. Oh. And Sophie. Appreciate both of them for the raids. Both incredible video game broadcasters. I'll turn us some notice. Good. That's it for me, I think. I don't think there's much else to say. Everyone have a great rest of your Christmas, whatever you do for Christmas. And I'll see you just in a couple of days. Have fun. Love you all. Appreciate you all. Keep thought fast. Bye-bye. The dance macabre.